Coming up on today's show, the Seahawks. Could they be in the quarterback market in 2024? We have a new report from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler we'll get to coming up in moments. Also, a loaded injury report for Sunday's matchup against the San Francisco 49ers with some big names. We'll tell you about it coming up. Before we get to any of that, though, all this week we've been battling our Niners channel in a sub-battle here on Seahawks Today. We don't want to just beat the Niners on the football field. We want to beat them off the football field as well to prove why the 12s are the best fans of the National Football League. So, sub for dubs. Take it to Chase Sr. and Company and subscribe to Seahawks Today for the best Seahawks coverage on YouTube. And we'll get started with today's show. A new quarterback in 2024. Could that be happening for your Seattle Seahawks? A new report from the great Jeremy Fowler says that the next few weeks, the final 5 games of 2023, are critical for Seahawks quarterback Geno Smith in deciding his fate, his future with the Seattle Seahawks organization. Here's more from Fowler. Geno Smith's guaranteed money is up after 2023, but that doesn't mean the Seahawks want to move on. Smith is a capable starter coming off an impressive 334-yard game against Dallas, and his $32.1 million cap hit next season is respectable for NFL starters. But if Seattle decides to go to a young QB, that would place Smith's future into question. The Seahawks have spent the past 2 years building the strength of the overall roster for the post-Russell Wilson era. Soon enough, that could include drafting a quarterback high in round 1. All right, 2 things to keep in mind from all this. Let's start with number 1. I expect the Seahawks to bring in a young quarterback next year, no matter what. Even if Geno plays lights out down the stretch and everything goes right, I still think the Seahawks are going to draft a young quarterback within the first day or 2. Number 2, I think that the next few weeks, what they're actually going to determine is if Geno is going to be back and be the mentor for the young quarterback, or if they're just going to go ahead and give the keys to the new car to said young quarterback. Is Geno going to play a role similar to Alex Smith of what he did with Patrick Mahomes or what Aaron Rodgers did with Jordan Love? Or does the new quarterback just go ahead and get to roll with the Ferrari right from the jump? That's what I think the next few weeks are about. And here's why. The numbers are crystal clear that Geno Smith has not played that great this year, that he was considerably worse than what he was in 2022. Going from the league's leading passer at a near 70% completion percentage down to 64%, yardage down, touchdowns down, interceptions almost as high as it was a season ago in less games. This season hasn't gone that great for Geno Smith. And I like Geno. He's done a lot for this team. It was an incredible story. He was a big part in getting this Seahawks team through the transition, but this was never the long-term plan. And the truth of the matter is this: there are too many good young quarterbacks in the 2024 NFL Draft for the Seahawks to ignore and simply just pass up on. This is the time to get a quarterback. I had question marks about the last 2 quarterback draft classes. And I know everybody loves what C.J. Stroud's done this year, but the Seahawks weren't in position to even get C.J. Stroud where they picked. But even if the Seahawks pick middle of the first round, or if they decide to go with a second-round quarterback, there is plenty of them this year. Take a look at some of the top quarterbacks in this year's class. Caleb Williams and Drake Maye are expected to be the first 2 quarterbacks off the board. Michael Penix Jr., you guys know him, you love him, taking the Washington Huskies to the college football playoff. Shedeur Sanders has not declared whether he will stay at Colorado or if he'll enter the draft. Jayden Daniels at LSU, expected to be the Heisman Trophy winner. J.J. McCarthy's got Michigan in the playoff again. Bo Nix had a fantastic season with the Oregon Ducks, taking them to the Pac-12 title game. And then there's Quinn Ewers with Texas, who's expected to come back, but no decision is final. And who knows, maybe Ewers is going to lead the Longhorns to a national title and play his ball's off the next couple of weeks, and maybe he enters the draft potentially. So with all that said, the question I have for you is, should the Seahawks keep Geno Smith next year? With the way he's played, with the quarterbacks that are there, is it within the best interest of this franchise to keep Geno Smith in 2024? Weigh in. Why for yes and for no? Let me know what you think. Today's show sponsored by Factor. This holiday season, you might be looking for nutritious, convenient meals to keep you energized on jam-packed days. Factor, America's #1 ready-to-eat meal delivery service, can help you fuel up fast for breakfast, lunch, and dinner with chef-prepared, dietitian-approved, ready-to-eat meals delivered straight to your door. You'll save time, eat well, and stay on track with your healthy lifestyle while tackling all your holiday to-dos. Skip the stress of meal prepping over the holidays with Factor. Choose from 35-plus weekly flavored packed, fresh, never frozen meals that support a healthy lifestyle and meet your meal preferences. All delivered right to your door and ready to eat in 2 minutes. Enjoy extra convenience at any time of day with an assortment of 45-plus add-ons to suit various preferences and tastes. Choose from breakfast items like our delicious apple cinnamon pancakes, bacon and cheddar egg bites, and potato, bacon, and egg breakfast skillet. Or, for an easy wellness boost, try refreshing beverage options like cold-pressed juices, shakes, and smoothies. Head to factormeals.com/SeahawksChat50 and use code SeahawksChat50 to get 50% off. That's code SeahawksChat50 at factormeals.com/SeahawksChat50 to get 50% off. Now the injury news. The injury report for your Seattle Seahawks is a lengthy one heading into this week's matchup against the San Francisco 49ers. Leonard Williams did not practice on Wednesday with an ankle injury. Same with Tre Brown with a heel injury. Jamal Adams with a knee issue. He's been dealing with that for a bit. Also on the did not practice list includes Kenneth Walker III with an oblique injury, Jordyn Brooks with an ankle injury, and Zach Charbonnet with a knee injury. There was also a few limited participants as well. That includes Abraham Lucas with the knee injury. Obviously, he did make his comeback return last week, but still trying to get towards 100%, not quite there just yet. Anthony Bradford with a knee injury as well. A couple big ones there on the offensive line. Jake Bobo at receiver with a knee injury as well. And Evan Brown also on the offensive line with a thumb injury. So all in all for this Seahawks team, that's 10 starters on the injury report. That's a lot. Last time I checked, there's 22 starters on offense and defense. So almost half of your starters are hurt going into this week. Now, in a nutshell, here's what I'm concerned about. Number one, the Seahawks running back room already is shorthanded. And in order to beat the San Francisco 49ers, this team is going to have to run the football well to have a chance. Not great. I got to rely on DJ Dallas. Maybe we see some Kenny McIntosh finally. Something. Okay? Number two, Seattle's offensive line already has been struggling, hasn't looked too great. We showed you the numbers the other day with the PFF grades against Dallas. It wasn't pretty. They were struggling before, and now the injury report is loaded with more offensive linemen there. So it's not good. Looking at the depth chart for both positions there in the backfield, I'm calling this the DJ Dallas legacy game. The Bug Eyes, they're going to be seen by everybody this weekend. DJ Dallas has got to play the game of his career. They're going to depend on him more than they ever have before, potentially speaking with Walker and Charbonnet with their status right now. The offensive line here, here's what we're talking about. Abe Lucas, I'd be surprised if he doesn't play. Evan Brown, Anthony Bradford, we'll see about their statuses here. But as you can see, the pickings are bare when you're potentially down 3 offensive linemen. It's not ideal, as the kids say. What's your confidence level in the Seahawks offensive line? I'm in panic mode. Hide my eyes. What's your concern level? I'm putting this at about an 8. And maybe that's not high enough. What is your concern level? Get in that comment section and let me know. Thanks for joining us here on Seahawks Today. We got more coverage throughout the weekend, including our Seahawks and Niners watch party. Me and Smitty are going to be here. We'll get going about an hour prior to kickoff, and you will not want to miss it. We'll have a few drinks on hand, enjoy ourselves, react to the game in real time. Make sure to be here or be square. Seahawks Niners live right here on Seahawks Today. We'll see you then.